What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. I'm doing a video about more about alone time, and I guess just letting go of you know what we don't control. You know what I mean? And like I guess a big part of it, obviously, I'm in purpose. I'm running this animal business, this and that, and you know sometimes we may desire or want more of whatever. More money. Maybe a trip to the beach, maybe a dream spouse, significant other, whatever, but like we can dream or force and think about all that so much. And, it's great, but at the same time, there's also like, being in reality and being real with now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean, you just give up and just don't do anything. It's just kind of like you just surrender to the purpose and to, what we don't control, accepting what we don't control, accepting what has happened, and accepting what maybe other people are doing, or if they're busy or this or that, and just, being in purpose, honestly, not getting too flustered about the scenarios that's taking place, because at the end of the day, like, if we find ourselves in these moments, then still that can be a mirror or, a reminder for us to continue to keep working on ourselves so that, there'll come a point in time where we don't even need to ask for anything, so much, where like it will be given, like intuitively, freely, just in a surprise gift manner, unexpectedly. And yeah, I'm just saying that about sometimes, like, maybe if we want to go somewhere or hang out with someone and maybe they're not responding to our texts or phone calls, of course, I felt some type of way, like a little bit of frustration and, sensitivity towards it. But, like, I've learned to just, accept it. And if they truly don't want to be in our life, if they truly don't care, then move on. And then also, there's also sometimes where people are doing things, they're busy, and truth hurts, but we're maybe not the priority, to be honest. Like, they're taking care of whatever. Maybe they're asleep. Maybe they left their phone at home and they're outside. Maybe their phone's on silent. Maybe they just don't want to talk and they want to be alone. I don't know. There's a lot of different things, but that's what I'm understanding, because sometimes, especially, like, I will have just, you know, let that get in my head or my mind, and, it's not healthy for it to stay there. So I just have a blase type of attitude response to it, to just, move forward with my life, figure out what's the best next step, and appreciating nothingness, honestly. As weird as it sounds, it's funny how I've come to this point of being able to appreciate nothingness, not even having to just leave the house so much or have to leave the house at all. That's honestly the dream, to be real with y'all. Like, not having to just chase and drive and run everywhere, but just to finally, be at peace, with the little things we do have, because for those of us who have been expressing things and getting the message out and even just being transparent that of our situation or whatever, I feel like we don't have to chase or force or rush it, that it will align and arrive when it's supposed to. That's for messages, phone calls, real life people interactions, opportunities to travel to the beach and around the world, vegan food, the love of our life, just love in general, like all those things. I'm realizing that, of course, we don't force nothing. and we don't rush nothing at all too. And that's just part of life, and I've had to understand that too, because who are we to get, real bent out of shape over some of it? Because how would we feel for that to happen to us? Maybe we don't want to answer all these bill, scam phone calls, or a call in general, or a text in general, or this or that, or whatever. Who are we to, get mad? You know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't like, we wouldn't like the people that maybe we're having space from, or ignoring, well, not ignoring, but having space from, or we're choosing to do something else at the meantime, or we're just occupied, with handling certain things and whatever. And maybe, you know, they get angry and they start hating and sending hateful stuff or whatever. And I've done that, and I've also received that as well, you know. And it's not cool for any of us. And I guess that's the biggest lesson we have to learn, you know. But at least painfully we learn it, you know what I mean? And it, in a way, liberates us just to realize not to do that. Like, there are some things, you know what I'm saying? There's levels of certain things, but like, it's still respect, you know what I'm saying? And like, every situation is different, every energetic exchange of energy, amongst different people, family, friends, strangers, associates, whatever the case may be. It's all going to be different connections and different bonds with people. How we are with our parents is going to be completely different than, how we are with a stranger who's inquiring about our services. It doesn't mean we're changing as a person, or like doesn't mean we're like stepping outside of our character. It just means that, okay, like the bond, the connection is gonna be different, because our parents